Imagine for a moment an invisible force, a silent prophecy that takes root in the minds of those around you, and most terrifyingly, in your own. A force that, without you realizing it, whispers that you are not enough, that you cannot, that you will not make it. And that, upon hearing it, you begin to act in such a way that you turn those whispers into your harshest reality. Today you are going to discover the hidden psychological mechanism behind your recurring stumbles, that feeling of stagnation, and those failures that seem to haunt you. In the next few seconds, you will not only learn its name, but how its claws have been silently limiting you, and more importantly, how to begin freeing yourself from them. This phenomenon is called the Golem Effect. It is not magic nor bad luck. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy of a negative nature. It is born from a low expectation, often imposed by an authority figure, an environment, or by oneself. That low expectation generates a specific pressure, a gaze that anticipates error. And in response, the person internalizes that belief. Their performance declines to align with the initial prediction, and failure materializes. It is a vicious cycle that feeds itself. Think of a child at school. One day, perhaps due to an age-appropriate distraction, they solve a math problem incorrectly. The teacher, frustrated, tells them, "You're just not good with numbers." That phrase, seemingly innocuous, is planted like a poisonous seed. The child begins to believe that, indeed, math is not their thing. They stop trying in that subject, because, why bother? I'm no good at this anyway. Their attention wavers, their confidence fades, and as if by magic, their grades plummet. The teacher's prophecy is fulfilled. But the fault was not a lack of innate ability, but the Golem effect in action. The low expectation created the poor outcome. Or imagine a new employee at a company. Their boss, perhaps due to unconscious biases or previous experiences with other people, assigns them monotonous, unchallenging tasks, conveying the tacit idea that they do not trust their capacity to take on greater responsibilities. The employee, feeling underestimated and unmotivated, begins to act with disinterest. They do not propose ideas. They make mistakes out of apathy, and their productivity is low. The boss then sees their initial belief confirmed. It was true. They are not a good fit, and they relegate them even further. Was the employee incapable from the start? No. It was the environment that, expecting little, obtained little. The limiting expectation manufactured the limited performance. The Golem effect is the darker, less-known sibling of the famous Pygmalion effect, where positive expectations drive success. While one builds, the other destroys, and it operates in the shadows of our daily lives. In our homes, when a parent repeats, "You are so messy," and the child indeed never picks up anything. In our relationships, when we anticipate that our partner will not understand our point of view, and, acting defensively, we provoke the very argument we feared. In sports, when a coach benches the player they consider weak, and when forced to give them minutes, the player, nervous and without confidence, performs poorly. Negative expectation is a lens that distorts reality, and in the end, reality adapts to the distortion. But here comes the most controversial element, the debatable idea I want to present to you. Society, our educational and labor systems, are rife with involuntary Golem effect machines. They are designed to label, classify, and predict. A standardized test that decides who is smart and who is not at 12 years old. A performance review system that pigeonholes people into rigid categories. The obsession with degrees and elite universities, which mark those without them with an invisible stamp of less capable. These systems, by generating massive and rigid expectations, condemn thousands to a cycle of diminishing performance. It is not just an interpersonal phenomenon. It is structural, and we accept it as if it were natural, as if failure were always an individual merit or demerit, denying the immense weight of the prophecy that others, and the system, placed upon that person. The mechanism is psychological and physiological. When you perceive that little is expected of you, your anxiety increases. You get nervous. A fear of confirming that negative view of yourself paralyzes you. Your focus of attention shifts from the task to your own insecurities. Am I doing this wrong? I'm surely doing it wrong. Cognitive resources, working memory, are diminished by this internal rumination. Furthermore, the person emitting the low expectation usually offers less support, less useful feedback, fewer opportunities. It is a contaminated emotional climate where confidence is suffocated. The person internalizes the label. I am the clumsy one. I am the slow one. I am the one who can't. And once that identity is set, every action filters through it. You become, in your own eyes, the golem, the clumsy and limited creature others expected to see. The consequences are a direct path to failure, but not a circumstantial failure, but an identity-level one. You stop trying new things because it's not for me. You avoid challenges for fear of confirming what you already believe about yourself. Your comfort zone becomes a prison whose walls were built by the words and gazes of others. You give up before you start, and each early surrender is another brick in the wall, separating you from your real potential. You become the architect of your own limitation, using the blueprints others gave you. The Golem Effect does not just limit development, it actively sabotages it. It clips the wings before you even learn you can fly. However, knowing its name is having power over it. The impactful revelation is this: you can be both the victim and the creator of golem effects, for others and for yourself. The critical inner voice that tells you can't is the seed of the same poison. Breaking the cycle requires awareness and action. First, identify the negative prophecies you carry. Where do they come from? A teacher's comment 20 years ago? A comparison with a sibling? A toxic boss? Recognize them for what they are: expectations, not truths. Second, actively challenge low expectations, especially your own. If you are told or tell yourself, "This is too hard for you," respond with small, consistent action. Seek environments and people who emit high and genuine expectations, who see your potential. Become a Pygmalion for yourself and for those around you. Change the language. Instead of "I am bad at this," say, "This is difficult for me now, but I can learn." The expectation is not of immediate perfect results, but of growth. And watch how your brain and your actions begin to align with this new narrative. The call to reflection is this: how much of your current life, your achievements, and your shortcomings is a product of your true capacity? And how much is the result of expectations, your own or others, that you accepted as a definitive script? Are you living your life, or the prophecy someone else wrote for you? This is the moment to stop the chain. To stop being the golem others imagined, and start being the person you are meant to be. The first step is awareness. The second is to act against the prediction. And the third is to extend that freedom to others. Do not underestimate anyone. Do not underestimate yourself. If this video resonated with you, if you saw reflected mechanisms you thought were invisible, then it has served its purpose. Now, it's your turn. Comment below saying, "I have been a golem," or "I have created a golem," sharing your experience. Give it a like if you believe it is vital to understand these psychological dynamics to unleash our potential. And subscribe, because we will continue exploring the invisible forces that shape our lives to move from limitation to mastery. The decision of which prophecy to fulfill from now on is yours alone.